Hi, Scottie. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey, as we talked before, and I'm so happy to be here with you and ask you some questions. First of all, how are you? How's everything?
I'm doing good, doing good.
So my first question is, let's call you are an artist, right? You're a rapper, and then there will be an album of yours talking about this season of Scottie Barnes. How would you title that album?
How would I title the album?
Yeah,
I have to name the album.
yeah.
Uh, I would call my album The Six. Being in Toronto, you know, it was just a great experience.
Okay.
Going through everything, learning about a new place, uh, and then doing things that city had my back to do it with for.
And how would you define the chemistry, describe the chemistry of the team with your teammates, with the coach, and obviously with the fans?
Uh, I feel like we have a good young team, so we all get along very well. We all have similar personalities, where we all just get along and have that young. Uh, we have young characteristics where we just really get along well. We bond with each other really well. So we all have that same mindset of winning and what we want to do, and we all want to strive for more. Really, just be great. Really.
And then what are your expectations from yourself for the next season? As since you got the Rookie of the Year award, like what you have to do more?
I feel like what I want, my expectation for next season, really, to just amp it up on both ends of the floor defensively.
Right.
Really, just being able to showcase my talents more. Trying to win all defensive teams and on the offensive end. Really, just try to get into my shot making more. And try to develop that in different ways and scoring in different ways.
Okay, and then since you got the Rookie of the Year award, what was the most amazing moment of that day? That when you got that award?
I would say throughout the video and then all my teammates just being there cheering for me. We was already in a big hole, being down 3-0, and then we just all, it was just like a moment of rejuvenation of just us just coming together and being together in that moment of me winning a big award in my life.
If you were, let's say, like another scenario, if you wouldn't win that award, who would you give that award to as a Rookie of the Year?
Uh, I don't
Are you
know.
gonna name a friend of yours or?
Uh, I got a lot of friends that's in that class, so they're all really friends of mine. I feel like, uh, I don't know.
Is it a tough question, really?
I don't really know because it could have went either Evan Mobley or Kay. I feel like one of those people would have won it if it wasn't for me. So out of those two.
Okay, and then what do you like? Since we're in the off season, what would you like to add into your skills during this off season to become like better?
Uh, just keep working on just trying to really expand my game, keep my handle tighter. Really try to get more into my shot making, being able to score in different ways, different finishing moves, just increasing my skill. And obviously my shooting as well. Really just improving those three aspects.
And then what was the game that when you look back during the season that you cannot forget about?
The game I can't forget about.
Yeah.
I would say that triple overtime Miami game was pretty crazy. That was a really intense game. Both teams just going back and forth. There was so many great moments in that game. It was
Right.
crazy.
Right. And so since I told you about me coming from Turkey, you know that all the Turkish fans who are following NBA, they wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to watch your games. So that like they're so, passionate about this
Crazy.
game.
That's actually crazy.
What would you like to tell them? Like, what would you like to, if you would send them a message?
If I was to send them a message, I
Yeah.
would say thank you for waking up that early. That shows a lot of dedication, and we need your support. So we thank you for that. Me and all the Raptors, I feel like we all appreciate you guys for that.
And then we met during the draft day and in the bus and in the green room because I was with Alperen. And what would you like to say about his game, his style?
He's a great player. He's a big body that knows how to use his body well for his size. He's a really good passer, playing out of the post, being able to shoot the ball. he knows how to do those things well. Use his body to finish up over people, get into the lane with multiple pump fakes to try to throw the defender off. He's really good.
One day you should come to Istanbul and do one-on-one with him, you know, and then so we can film it, me and the NBA crew. But my last question is, can you name me your top 5 NBA players of all time?
My top 5 of all time? Oof. Let's see. In order or no?
No.
Not in no order? All right,
No.
that makes it easier. All right. I'll say LeBron, Jordan, Hakeem. I was just talking about this last night. LeBron, Jordan, Hakeem, Magic. Let's see.
Okay, one.
Shaq.
Shaq? Okay, I was about to ask you one from the new generation, but it's okay. Okay, let's stick with this people, with this crew. But thank you so much for this interview, and we're looking forward to see you in Istanbul, in Turkey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hi Q, so I'm here from Istanbul to the finals to follow all of you and then, you know, do these amazing interviews and opportunities. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Have you ever been to Turkey, by the way?
I have not. I told Hito I got to make it out there at some point.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely. So let's talk before everything about your career. How would you, when you look back, how would you describe your career with a one word?
Man, that's a good question. One word, resilient.
Wow. Why?
13 years, it was a lot. It was a lot to go through. During my career, I went through a lot, so I would say I had to be resilient to kind of navigate everything and kind of be a chameleon.
And then you played in several teams, and as you said, you know, 13 years. Which team had a huge effect on your life? I'm not talking about career, on your life.
I would say every team, man. Right now, to this day, each team I played for, I got lifelong friendships, like from my teammates and from people within the organization. And I think each team I played for is part of why I have a life in media now, because of those connections and those friendships and contacts I made. Like once I was ready to be done playing basketball, all of those people were there to help me and usher me into this second career that I'm doing. So I think every team.
I think everyone was expecting for you to say Knicks, and that's why I wanted to ask you, because you look like, you know, every other team that you played has a huge effect on you.
Yeah.
And if you go back and then if you would have a chance to change one moment or one thing in your career, what would it be?
The one thing, I'm not the type of person, like I've done this before, I do therapy, so I don't like to try and say I would go back because it would take me out of this moment. I wouldn't be sitting here. But the one thing is when I was with the Knicks, when I lost my brother, I should have went to therapy then.
Wow. Okay.
But me being, you know, inner city kid, I didn't believe in that. I'm like, nah, that ain't the way it's supposed to go. But once I did do therapy, I saw that it was supposed to go that way. But I mean, it all worked out.
But you're here where you are right now. Yeah, exactly. It all worked out. So you're in the media right now as an industry. How do you like it? How's it going?
I love it. I mean, I'm having I feel like I do it with integrity, and I try and always support my peers and the current player. I try to treat them the way I wanted to be treated when I was sitting in that seat.
Definitely. And you know, as media, we all do comparison between new generation, next generation, and the last generation or old generation. Where do we do mistake, as if I ask to a former player, when we do comparisons between the generations and the players?
I would say the current players, because I know I can remember me being a current player and having to listen to that. I think we just, you know, whoever the current players are, they just want their time to be respected as theirs. They don't really want to be compared to how such and such is doing it. Like, they did it how they did it. We doing it how we do it. And the next people be doing it how they doing it. And for me, like I say, before I ever made the NBA, when I was a young kid, I was a huge fan of the NBA. I was like, I want to make the NBA. That was the best. When I made the NBA, I was like, yes, I'm in the NBA. And I was a fan still of different players and different teams. And I was like, yes. And now that I'm out of the NBA, I'm still a fan. I'm like, I I'm not really critical of what's going on. I love the game. I think it's in a great place. I don't care what you're looking at. Something can always be better if you want to just critique something. So, it is what it is. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and then since I'm from Turkey, all the way from Europe, I want to ask you about international players. How do you see them right now in the league? Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, for example, Turkish rookie Alperen Şengün, or Turkish players. How do you see the way that they play and their style?
Hey, presence is felt. The last 4 MVPs are from abroad.
Exactly.
Like they saying they the best in our game. Like I'm waiting for some American to step up and say, "Give me the MVP trophy back." But nah, I mean, listen, man, I played with guys from overseas. A lot of almost every team I played for. But I mean, I think we all have a great deal of respect. I mean, you've seen even in the international, in the FIBA Cups and stuff, the presence has the gap has closed as far as competition and the presence of basketball is everywhere now. You see guys like Luka,
Exactly.
that's like the next one. Like he coming right behind. So I mean, the presence is very strong and the respect is absolutely there. I mean, you see it out there on the floor. These guys, they doing it with the best of them, and all of you look across the league, it's somebody somewhere everywhere.
Exactly. I agree with you. And then right now, we're in the finals. How do you see the finals? And if I ask you, you should name one superhero in both teams, who would it be?
Steph Curry.
Okay.
If I only get one from each,
One.
Yeah, Steph Curry. I mean, it's a lot of good players, but it's only one chef.
And what are the superpowers that he has, you think?
Man, shooting. He got the Galaxy Blaster. He's shooting from everywhere.
Yeah. And then how do you see the predictions?
I listen. My prediction is a 7-game series. I don't know who's gonna win. I can't pick.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be back and forth, and then like I said, I got friendship with Jason Tatum, so I have a glimmer of hope for him that he could get one, and because those guys already have one, but I literally don't know.
And I want to ask you also your message to the Turkish fans, because I know that you know Hido.
That's my man. We stay in Orlando together.
Exactly. And are you still talking, by the way, with him? Like, do you communicate a
Yep.
lot? Okay. And what would you like to tell to the Turkish fans throughout this?
Man, to all the Turkish fans and the young kids out there playing ball and watching the NBA, that you dream big and you can make it. I mean, there's so many different examples. Hido being one of them, my guy. But I mean, it's so many different international European players flooding the league right now. I think the dream can easily be yours. So just continue to work hard and you might make it.
Thank you so much for this interview, and you're always welcome to Turkey, Istanbul. We will make sure that you will have a great time in our country. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right.